On to 53 here, and we'll see how we do. And let me see, I'm getting better at timing this, but I think it just needs to be like this. And as always, lights. The fool has said in his heart, we have no creator. I would say well, let me just go into the verses first. I'm ready. There is no creator. They are corrupt and committed abomination and injustice. There is no. Need a fan on to get the lights are a little warm here, so I put a fan on. There is no one who does good. Well, I guess I need to look at the situation here before I start trying to grab a hold of what this writer wants. Our Creator looked down from heaven upon the sons of men to see if there is anyone who understands and seeks after our Creator. Every one of them is turned aside together. They have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. The workers of wickedness have no knowledge, who eat up my people. Who eat up my people. Like they eat bread. I'd put like, hold on, I gotta get this here. They eat bread. They have not called upon their Creator. There they are in great fear. No fear had been for our Creator. Scattered their bones of him who encamped against you. How can anybody encamp against our Creator? You put them to shame because Creator has rejected them. Oh, that, oh, that salvation of Israel would come out of Zion when our Creator restores his captive people. Let Jacob rejoice. Let Israelis be glad. Although that would be, could be the kingdom of Israel. So, the fool has said in his heart, I'm going to put, we have no Creator. Whoops. We have no Creator. They are corrupt and committed abominable injustice. Well, we don't need that. That's a little overkill for injustice. They are corrupt. The fool has said in his heart, fools have said in their heart. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. Now that we've got fools have said in their heart, we have no creator. Now they are committing, they have committed an injustice, and they have committed an injustice. They have committed, not that they're corrupt. I don't see them being corrupt. Is this supposed to be two? Let's see, there's no one who does good. Yeah, it looks like. Just quickly looking to see how I'm supposed to divide this. If the verses are hooking together, or do I have to separate some of these? Okay, now if I don't have to separate that, I would be able to say that they committed an injustice. They committed an injustice. There is no one who does good. Not one of them does good. Not one of them does good. I'm not sure about that. They committed an injustice. Not one of them is good. Not does good. Not one of them is good because they're fools. Okay. Not one of them does good. Good. Not one of them is good. I guess that's what I wanted to make sure. I was trying to figure out how did I say that, and then I got to add to it, and I forgot that. Okay. It's cool enough here. These things really work. I got them for my lights, got them for my fans. I'm in control of my world here. It would be our creator looks. So if I I need to replace the text so I can start it off, otherwise I'd have to do a lot of extra work. Our creator looks down from heaven. Our creator looks down from heaven. Do you know where heaven is at? In the description below. Oh, look. Our creator looks down from heaven upon the children of men, not just sons, but children. Looks upon man. I would say, I would just say, this doesn't need to be, it just needs to be man. Man meaning male and female. And then that way, everyone is included. Looks upon man to see. looks upon man to see if anyone has understanding, anyone has will, not an understanding. You're seeking your creator, you'd have this will to do it, so that would be will. Now I don't know if I'm turning this into my psalm or their psalm, but you can see that the word understand is not really correct. If anyone wills, if anyone's will, that's needed. Will, if anyone's will seeks, not after, but seeks their creator, every one of them, but gotta get the but in there, but everyone, and I would make that one word, but everyone, we don't need a double people here, but everyone has turned they aren't seeking, they've turned away. They have turned away. Then this might go over here. Together they have become corrupt. They have become wicked. Well, or what would it be, a self-justice? I'm trying to think of how together, but everyone has turned away, becoming wicked. But everyone has turned away. Now they have okay, I just need to move this here. Now now they have become wicked. But I think we did that already. Not one of them is good. I would say that's a double. It's not really needed, so let's get rid of that. Because if it's a double, it's not really needed in the text. Why would you repeat? Not one of them is good, then come down here and kind of make two verses out of it. We already got to the point of how they got to be no good or have turned to wickedness. If the workers of wickedness no knowledge, do the workers of wickedness, no, not have, the workers of wickedness have no knowledge of our Creator, have no knowledge of Him. I think that would be a good add, and this was an add. Although this is really kind of stupid here, because it doesn't really make real good sense. Because there's no part of the story here that says that they're attacking people and putting, doing any of that. So the workers of wickedness have no knowledge of them. They eat up my people like they eat. I don't think so. That's just. I would really be changing everything in there. And have no knowledge of him, nor call upon him, not to nor. Nor call. I would say not upon him, to him, but upon him to do something for them, I guess. I don't know, maybe not. Have to leave that for later. Now they are in great fear. There they were in great fear, for fear had not been for a creator, where no fear had been for a creator. And I would say creator like that, they don't know who he is yet. Nor call upon workers of wickedness have no knowledge of him, nor call upon their creator. There they I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking down and trying to see what else I can add it. Because our creator has tried, he has put them to shame because he has rejected. Because our creator has rejected them. Because their creator, and we know who we're talking about, not has rejected them. The salvation of Israel come out of Zion. Well, let's see. This is let Jacob rejoice, let Israelis be glad, I guess it means to me. Would not, and would would be the wrong word. Come out of Zion. Zion would be Jerusalem. And then we got this gone. Salvation means that they understand there's going to be a savior, Jesus. Salvation for Israelis. Salvation for Israelis. Israel being the kingdom. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing it as both kingdoms as one, being able to have salvation. So because their creator has rejected them. and given salvation for the Israelis. Well, he's given salvation to everybody, because there's mercies and compassion that can all good people, but these are fools. So because their creator has I'm not seeing the salvation for Israel comes out of Jerusalem. His word came. I'm trying to put salvation. You have to have forgiveness. You have to go make sure you make your offerings against your sins, and that way you're redeemed or you're forgiven, and that's why it comes out of Israel or out of Jerusalem. And I don't think I should have said the word yet, but let me think here. The salvation for Israel's comes from Jerusalem, comes out from Jerusalem. I guess I still need the word out, but it's maybe when it gets cleaned up and I read it faster, I can almost put the word where I want. When our Creator restores his captive people. Now this is just not hooking with anything, because this salvation is talking about being restored back, and no, I'm talking about the salvation as salvation going to heaven. And here's where they were in great fear, where no fear had been for a Creator. That's weird, because that looks like almost a 3-verse. Scatters bones and come gas, you put them to shame because the Creator has rejected them. And then that would be a 3, and then that's a 2. How come? Let's see what I've got here. Clean up. Clean up. Time to clean it up a little bit. Let's go like that. Let's see. Yeah, I can get rid of all the green. And then copy. Come down here, and now let's read this. Let's see what happens. Boy. Let me just get them all straightened out here. Ooh, gotta make my I'm not very I can't think of my fingers to do that quickly. Okay. Fools have said in their heart, we have no Creator. They committed an injustice. Not one of them is good. Our Creator looks down from heaven upon man to see if anyone's will seeks their Creator. But everyone has turned away. Now they have become wicked. The workers of wickedness have no knowledge of him, nor call upon their Creator. That's I think getting rid of this one here. This was just defining. I can put the word they and kind of represent everything in the above there. So I think that would be more true. But everyone has turned away, now they become wicked. They have no knowledge of him, nor call upon their Creator. Now they are in great fear. Now they are, not were. There's nothing past here in any of the verses. Now they are in great fear. And I would add the word where, so let's go like that. And where they had no fear. Now they are in great fear. Had been for a Creator. No, I'm going to get rid of the word a, and I'm going to use this, because we know who our Creator is. They don't. And I think this was added anyway, so it's just changing out the letter A. Now they are in great fear. A fear of their Creator. Now they are in great fear, a fear of their Creator. I see it like that, and then this, we'll do that anyway. Now they are in great fear, a fear for their Creator. Scatter the bones of him who encamped against you. That is just, no, it could be someplace else that hooks together really nice, but it's not part of this story. I would say this doesn't need to be here, because now they are in great fear, a fear of their Creator, because their Creator rejected them. Rejected them. It's not putting them to shame. They're already in fear. Fear and shame are two way different things. And it wouldn't be a shame that they learn that there's a Creator. So, because their Creator rejected them, oh, I'm having a hard time here how to hook the salvation for Israelis. because their Creator rejected them for the salvation. If they would, they might not, they wouldn't know the promise of salvation, would they? They're pagans. They are fools. They're not knowledgeable about their Creator, and they're hearing a salvation for Israelis. Okay. Should I just put in that there's a missing verse? Salvation for, because the word "the" doesn't mean salvation for Israelis. Comes out of Jerusalem. Came out of Jerusalem. Because their Creator rejected them, for there is salvation for Israelis. And then they would learn what salvation is. When they learn salvation is why they were rejected, but they don't know about the promise that he's... Okay, let me show you the promise here. I think it's you might not know what's going on here when I'm thinking, because when you have to realize what our Creator's everlasting promises start with. They start with, I know they start earlier, but he starts making note with Abraham for the descendants from Abraham, even though they start with Shem, the blessings that are going, or the good things that are going to happen to Shem's people. Well, this is this promise that our Creator tells Abraham that I'll make many nations from you. Now, there's only two nations, and that's later you learn. Jacob becomes Israel, and he goes down to Egypt, but he leads them out as a nation. Jacob had a brother, Esau, and he had his descendants owned an area, and that was a kingdom called Edom. They weren't big kingdoms. They're only maybe 50 miles square, but the object is there was a lot of them that had these rulers over them, and they called them kings. And don't think of it's like the king of Nebuchadnezzar, where he's got thousands of miles under him. But anyway, those are the nations. And then down here in 18, verse 18, chapter 18, or chapter 18, verse 18, in him all nations of the earth will be blessed. Now that means Jesus is coming, and this is the reason for being blessed on earth. So in this is another verse. All your seeds of all the nations on earth shall be blessed because you have obeyed my voice. See, this is the promise Jesus receives later, but the only thing I can find anywhere in the Old Testament to say where does this start, other than all of a sudden appearing in David, where he is given the promise through his sons will be a king in heaven, and then they can go to heaven. Now I know Jacob is promised a resting place. I do know that, but here we find Jesus, or the promise of Jesus, that all nations will be blessed of him. But it doesn't seem that this would be common knowledge, but this is the salvation for the Israelis. And then when you know about salvation, you know about his everlasting promises. and it's just not coming out of Jerusalem. And like I said, Jacob will have his resting place over this salvation, and the Israelis will be glad. So the writer is separating Jacob as before our Creator named him Israel. So I guess that would be, I could understand that, but let's see what happens. And I think this is going to be good enough, but I think the text is becoming clear here to where we understand why I'm throwing out, or I understand why I'm throwing out what I'm throwing out, and trying to make sense of why I am doing the editing to get to a format. And I do need to add a word here for salvation, because their Creator rejected them, for the salvations are for the salvations, for salvation is for Israelis. That would be the promise. Salvation, because our Creator rejected them, for salvation is for Israelis. I guess that's closer, but I now have the intent of the verses here. So there's one copyright, and then these, can I tie these two together, these two together, these two together, these two together? Nope. Let me put it down here a little bit farther. I'm having trouble with that page space there. Yeah, see, it's going to have a verse that's, whoops, let's go forward, put that back in. Okay, now let me chase it down here and then back it off. Look to see what's happening there. Okay, I'm seeing this. Fools have said in their heart, we have no Creator. They committed an injustice. They have committed themselves an injustice. Themselves. See, I could really now tighten this up to really make it sound beautiful. They committed themselves injustice. Now not one of them is good. One of them is now not one. Yeah, I would put the word now not one of them is good. Our Creator looks down from heaven upon man to see if anyone's will seeks their Creator. But everyone has turned away, now they have become wicked. They have no knowledge of him, nor call upon their Creator. Now they are in great fear, a fear of their Creator, because their Creator rejected them. For salvation for there is salvation for Israelis. And then that would be pretty good. I think we're looking at it right there. I'm trying to keep this to make sure that every edit that I make is really recorded, kind of for history, in case people want to come check to see what my thought process were for everything. So that's what I'm doing for. But I do believe that's the format and the words that you could say that were from an Israeli. Well, one who obeys our Creator. I don't know if I've got, like, nope, I don't hear the little bell. So what I gotta do is I'm trying to even take a screenshot myself. But anyways, there's the end. And I think we'll get on to 54 here.